So we all want to play better guitar solos. We all want to take the licks that we know or take new licks and quickly incorporate them into our playing so that we can add them to guitar solos, right? Add them to our playing and then move on and add more. But the big problem with most guitar players nowadays is that there's so much material out there that we don't commit to learning the one lick or one riff that we're on to memory before we move on to the next. And what happens is you learn a lick, you get another flashy lick in front of you on YouTube or on Instagram, and then you start to learn it, and 2 weeks later, you're like, how come I don't remember the previous lick? Well, it's because you didn't fully incorporate it into your playing. So I'm going to show you the process in which I go through, just a quick little lesson here on how you can quickly incorporate these into your own playing. We're going to use one of my favorite guitar solos. This is the second solo for Comfortably Numb by David Gilmour. All I'm doing is taking one lick, my favorite lick out of the whole thing, and you're gonna like it as well. And we're gonna incorporate this into our playing, or I'm gonna show you the process in which you should go through to make it happen. And by incorporating it into our playing, I'm not talking about being able to just play it once. I'm talking about having it memorized and having the muscle memory down well enough to where you can make it pop up in your playing when you're jamming with other people, or make it pop up in your playing naturally when you're playing with a backing track. All right, so let's jump into this, but before we do, make sure you grab the PDF because the lick's kind of long. I'm going to explain it note for note, but I want you to have the actual PDF so that you can then have it, put it in your catalog of licks, and then go back and review it. All right, so let's learn this lick. We're going to start out on the B string, and we're going to use our pinky. We're going to go 10, pull off to 7. That's getting us into the lick, and we're going to keep our index on that 7th fret B string. Now, we're going to put our ring finger and our middle finger on the 9th fret. Our ring finger's on the 9th fret G. We're going to do a Chuck Berry nod. All right, so we're going to bar our index on the 7th fret B and E. And we're going to do a full step bend on that 9th fret G with 2 fingers to support the bend, or it's super important to get that. I'm going to go down on the bend, down on the 2nd string, up on the 1st string. So, just like that. That's a great little lick right there. And then I'm going to come back to that 2nd string, 10th fret, pull off 10 to 7. All right, so just like that. And then we're going to go 9th fret G, and then we're going to do a full step bend up, back down, pull off to that 7th fret of the G right there where my index is. So just like that. That move right there is in a million songs, so you've got to get the muscle memory there. Just practice this over and over. Or land on the 9th fret root. So it's just in a million songs, so you've got to have that muscle memory so it's in your back pocket. So up to that point, then I land on the 9th fret of the D, and then I lean my ring finger back, 9th fret of the G, and then 7th fret of the G. So just like that. I'm going to do that again. Hopefully that's making sense. And then I'm going to go 9, 7 on the D, 9, 8, blue note, 7 on the A, slide down to 5 with my index. And that's really where the lick kind of stops in the recorded solo, but you can land on the B right here just to finish it. So let me play the whole thing again. So you've got to get the lick down before I can really show you the next steps, but you can get micro parts of it down just like I showed you before, right? So like, there's a lick. There's the lick. There's the lick. There's the lick, and you can finish it. So you could break this down into 1 lick, right? 2 licks, 3 licks, and then 4th lick. You almost got 4 licks in there that you have built in. So the idea is to put these together, right? You're always saying, I've got licks, but I can't string them together. I've got scales, but I can't make them sound musical, okay? So check this out. By learning your favorite guitar player's lick or solo, you're learning how to string multiple licks together. That's exactly what we just did here. So what do we do after you get the licks down? All right, well, you could try to play it with the song itself, right? Although we're not doing the whole solo, you can just get the lick down, put the backing track on for Comfortably Numb, get to the second solo section and go, right? And you're going to feel good about it, all right? You've got to get the fluidity there first, though, okay? So you're going to have to start slow. Like that, okay? And then gradually increase the speed, right? Just getting that lick down in and of itself is going to be a good thing to have, all right? But what do you do once you have the lick and once you can play it with like the little Comfortably Numb backing track? How do you get it to incorporate into your playing naturally? The first thing you got to do is have it memorized. You're not getting any further than having a base knowledge of the lick if you just are looking at the PDF all the time. If I was looking at the PDF right now, I'd be locked to that and not feeling musically free to express myself, okay? Same thing with all your favorite guitar players. So what you have to do is memorize the lick, one, okay? Well, learn the lick, memorize the lick. Let's change keys. So now that I know it, I can treat this almost like an exercise, right? I can go, all right, I played it in B minor. Let's just go down a whole step and play it in A minor. So now I've done it in 2 keys. That doesn't change. We don't have to change the fingering here. We just want to have this in our back pocket as something to play. Right? Well, let's go down to G. Let's go down another whole step. Immediately by doing it in different spots of the neck, you're becoming more familiar with these licks and the way they feel, the way they sound in different keys, and the way they feel in different spots of the neck, of course. So it's a good long lick. Right? Now let's go down to F, but let's do it way up here on the 13th fret. And the thing is, you don't need the tab. You only need the tab for the first lick. Once you have it memorized, you just move the lick. We're all way too reliant on tabs and people just giving us the freebie all the time on the internet, right? I hate to break it to you as well. There is no guitar trick that will get you playing lead guitar quicker than it will take you to just sit down and practice, okay? There's no trick. Anybody that's coming on YouTube and telling you, I have the trick that will teach you how to play lead guitar and with no practice and no effort, they lying to you, my friend. It takes work, it takes effort, and it takes practice, okay? I'm not going to beat around the bush about this, okay? There's no quick way, but there is a method that you can use that I teach all of my students that will help you get there quicker, all right? There's no shortcut. It's all marketing. Don't fall for that crap. I was going to say BS, but don't fall for it. It's not true. Just practice more, all right? Learn the lick. Memorize the lick. Play it with a backing track. Make music with it. Change keys. Repeat the process. That's it. 5 steps. Learn the lick. Memorize the lick. Play it with the backing track or the recording. Change keys. Repeat the process. All right? Learn the lick. Memorize the lick. Play it with the backing track. Change keys. Repeat the process. Do it. That's how you get better at guitar when it comes to lead lines and creating your own stuff. That's it. There's 5 steps. Just make sure you do it. Add it to your practice routine, all right? We just moved these around. You need to do the exact same thing with whatever lick you're learning. Memorization is the key. I'm going to get off my soapbox. I hope that lesson was helpful. Please continue to follow, to like, and subscribe. If this lesson was helpful for you, please consider liking and subscribing. Share this channel with someone else who's really trying to get to the next level of their guitar playing, and I will see you in the next video.